Hello, and welcome to another episode of Conflict Resolutions, the show that presents you with common everyday conflicts, and then several resolutions to solve those conflicts. The choice you make, well, that's your own business. And now for tonight's episode. Johnny settles in for an evening of arduous studying for his term paper, due tomorrow. Johnny is presented with a conflict. His miscreant roommates have opted for a night of drunken mayhem and loud music. How will Johnny handle this situation? He could A, politely ask his roommates to turn down the music so he may continue studying. He could B, allow his roommates to pass out in a puddle of their own drunken urine. He could C, take a break from studies, cook an illustrious dinner for himself, and allow his roommates to die down. Let's see what Johnny will do. It appears Johnny has chosen option C. Cook an illustrious dinner for himself and wait for the music to die down.
What are you gonna do with that, Chef Blair D?
Or D, throwing a pot of scalding hot water in one of his roommate's face, horribly burning him, allowing for that distraction to render the other roommates unconscious with that very pot. Conflict resolved. Nice work, Johnny. Nice work. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conflict Resolutions, where every conflict has a resolution.
Flatline TV does not condone or recommend option D.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Conflict Resolutions, the show that presents you with common everyday conflicts, and then several resolutions to solve those conflicts. The choice you make, well, that's your own business. This evening we find Johnny perusing the kitchen for an evening snack. Except there is a problem. There is no food. Johnny's parasitic roommates have eaten all of his food. He is presented with a conflict. How will he stop them from eating his food in the future? Johnny could A, confront the roommates, politely asking them not to eat his food. B, securely lock his cabinet and keep his supply in his own room. Or C, clearly label the food so his roommates will have no excuse whether or not they knew it was Johnny's. Johnny is trying to go with option A, discuss it with his roommates. Their apparent immaturity is making this discussion go not so well. Johnny is finally settling on option C. Clearly labeling his food, his roommates will have no excuse as to whether or not they knew the food was Johnny's. Let's see if option C will work.
Hey, what do we got to drink?
Looks like we got some OJ, some soda, some purple stuff, some Sunny D. Looks like Johnny wrote his name on his bill.
Booyah!
It appears option C has not resolved the conflict. Johnny has created his own option, option D. By clearly labeling his food, he knew his bastard maniacal roommates would then eat it. And Johnny accounted for that. He accounted for that with poison. Looks like they'll think twice before eating Johnny's food again. Conflict resolved. You've done it again, Johnny. You certainly have. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Conflict Resolutions, where every conflict has a resolution.
Flatline TV does not condone or recommend option D.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Conflict Resolutions, the show that presents you with common everyday conflicts, and then several resolutions to solve those conflicts. The choice you make, well, that's your own business.
Johnny returns home after a meticulous day at school to find that his wicked, wretched, wasteful roommates have left almost every power appliance on. Johnny needs a way to save power and get his wasteful roommates to conserve energy. He could A. politely show his roommates the bill, B. buy low-energy appliances and light bulbs, or C. let the hit to their own wallets make up their minds. Let's see what Johnny will do. Johnny has chosen option A, show his roommates the bill. It appears that the roommates' lack of maturity has caused option A to fail. Johnny is creating his own option, an option D. Conflict resolved. Johnny, forgetting something?
Conflict Resolutions, where every conflict has a resolution.
Flatline TV does not condone or recommend option D.